Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope all of you are doing good. Today, I am very excited for this video because we are reacting to a live interview, Open QA with Tequila that Noah Tempestarii did on his channel. And I'm just going to jump straight into it because I just want to react to it, okay? So I'm sharing my screen with y'all. I'm going to try to make it to where I can see what I'm doing. So, but anyway, we're going to go ahead and hit play.
Hey everyone, Noah Tempestarii here. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are all doing well. So today I'm here with a really dear friend of mine. She was formerly known as LadyGraveDancer. I want to say hello and welcome to Tequila. Hey Tequila, how are you?
Hello. Look at all the people.
Look at all the people. I'm so excited. Let's give out a few hellos to people. Mute this, my bad. I'm so excited. There we go. That was me. There's so many people here. Hello, Pretty Alice Moon, the Cauldron Witch. Hello, Rowan, Honey Owlet Moon. Hello, RM. Hello, you guys. Thank you guys so much for coming. I really appreciate you guys. This means a lot to us that you guys are all here today. So today we have an interview with Tequila. I'm going to ask her some pretty awesome questions, and then we're going to segue into a Q&A to give you guys an opportunity to ask your questions here. So if you guys can wait until after the interview is over to ask your questions, that way we don't have to scroll. I greatly appreciate it. So first off, Tequila, how are you today?
I'm doing good. It's hot.
Good.
It's hot.
It is. I'm hoping that look at this little fan. Can you see this little fan? Oh, I can't. It's literally like this big, and it's like working for its life right now.
That's all. Yeah. I had to turn the air off in here because it was too loud. But other than that, I'm doing wonderful.
Okay, awesome. I'm so glad to hear that. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get us started here. So we are all here because you let us all know that you have gone into the Christian path. So I have some questions for you about it. So I kind of want you to walk us through the moment you felt a disconnect to witchcraft. Like, what were you experiencing in that time?
That's a big question. Okay, so I'm not sure that there ever was a real disconnect from witchcraft.
Oh, okay.
See, I don't even know how to explain it because it doesn't just happen from one day to the next.
No.
Something like that. So, like, I know magic's very real.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I grew up with it. So there's no way to take that out of my head and my brain and my heart, really. But it got to where I wasn't being fulfilled. And I found myself going toward more, like when I would be upset, because, I struggle with depression. And, I've been taking medicine for over a year now, and we've had 5 deaths in a year of our family. So I would find myself, instead of going to the craft for comfort or anything, I would find myself listening to gospel music. I would find myself wanting to read the Bible.
So I just want to say this real quick before we continue. That right there, the way she said that she found herself wanting to read the Bible and listen to gospel music is because worship music is so full of love and comfort, and it's just your time to devote yourself to God. And when you're doing that, all your worries, your stress, the moment you put on worship music, it is gone. Your stress is gone, because Jesus literally takes it away from you. And the Bibles are sort of the spirit, our fight, our warfare, our food, our spiritual food. So it kind of makes sense. And I love the way she explained that. All right. Sorry, y'all. We're going to get back to it.
Or, listening to certain people's sermons, because there's a lot that I won't listen to because there's a lot of BS out there.
Yes.
So I just found that it was more comforting for me. And honestly, I was scared to come out to my family.
No, really?
Yeah, it was a whole thing. And everybody, they just want me to be happy. And also my friends who I spoke to, like yourself, just like want me to be happy, because those who know me personally know that doesn't change my character.
Not at all.
So, there's just, maybe that is a disconnect.
Sorry, y'all, I keep pausing, but I want to just say this real quick. That is so true. When you become a Christian or you decide to accept Jesus in your heart, literally nothing about you will change. You are still the same person that you were before you even accepted him. It's just now you're walking in a different aspect of your life, walking in a different type of magic, walking in a different type of power, walking in God's anointment. You are still the same person. You're still you. The only things that in my personal opinion, that might change is like maybe cussing a lot, maybe like I'm trying to work on cussing. Like I'm asking Jesus right now in my personal practice, you know, to help me not be so foul in my mouth because words have power. So I like that. I really do.
Because I leaned more for something else for comfort than in the craft that I had always, you know? And, you know, I wasn't raised Christian. I wasn't raised with any kind of religion. I was raised with, you know, witches. This is what they did. They didn't call themselves witches then, though. That's not what they called themselves, but that's exactly what they did. I mean, I was given my first deck of tarot cards. Jeez, it's been a while. Between 11 and 14. No, between 11 and 13, because 14 was already a wild child on the street, you know, from my mother. So like, I wasn't raised in this. And then for about 9 months, we went to it. How many years ago was that? 14, 15 years ago? Something like that. And it didn't hit home for any of us at the time, except Frankie. Frankie stayed with it.
Okay. I love that.
That child came out that way. But, you know, that's just where, you know, I'm at. I'm happy right now. And I didn't do it to dismiss witchcraft. I just want to.
Okay. All right. Well, so do you know like when exactly you stopped practicing witchcraft, or do you feel like you ever like, well, what was the defining moment that we're like, okay, I'm kind of stopping witchcraft right now?
See, now, and this kind of goes into with how my family did not refer to it as witchcraft, even though in my mind that's what it was. I don't know that it'll ever be.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, I'm sorry, guys. I just
can't say
it's a different outlet. I want to be able y'all to be able to see me. I want it to be big screen though. There we go. Period. Got it. I finally figured it out. Thank you, Jesus. Okay. Period. Oh, thank you, Jesus. All right. Now how do I? Crap. I have to go out of this.
I know right now that I'm doing no practicing because I'm doing a lot of healing, and I'm working on my relationship with God. And these are the things I'm doing. So I don't have any tools or anything in my home because I'm trying to figure out, you know, myself. And I know I'm happy now and I have no desire right now.
Okay.
To practice.
Gotcha.
But this is something that is like in the bloodline. So it's hard to say that will never happen again, or it's just not where I'm at. It's just not where I'm at.
I love that you said that because I feel like that is like for all of us. So like when I tell people that don't practice, I tell them like, you practice witchcraft. Like, do you sing happy birthday every year? Do you cross your fingers when you want something? Yeah. Like those are witchy things too, you know? So
there's a lot. And as I'm reading the Bible, because I'm going cover to cover, but then I'm also doing other studies, and I'm reading the New Testament because, you know, I have a learning disability. So I have to be able to read stuff that's easy to read. And I'm reading this. I'm like, well, that seems kind of pagan. Oh, that's, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's, you know, there's a lot of similarities that I'm finding. It's just that I'm not at the point where
so I just wanted to preface right there. Basically, that is so amazing that she pointed that out. Even I made it for the live when this was happening, but I was at work at the time when I used to work at my old job, so I didn't only got to watch like 5 minutes of it maybe. But I like how she said that because the Bible is full of magic. It's full of God's magic. I named my channel after literally the Bible because God's magic is literally that Bible. It's full of that's the book of grace. Okay. Okay, we're gonna get back to it.
I have no desire to practice witchcraft currently.
I got you. And that's completely, I love that for you. This journey is amazing and it's highly individual and it's all yours. So
for everybody.
Yeah. So was there like a time in between where you stopped practicing witchcraft and you started like practicing Christianity? Like, was there like in between where you weren't doing anything? You're kind of just like doing your own thing?
No. I didn't come out completely and give myself to being Christian until I left YouTube. That's right around the time, maybe a week or two before. That's whenever I came fully out and we cleaned out everything and made things more comfortable for me. That's the hood. And no, before that, I wasn't. Like I said, I would find comfort in like gospel music or worship music whenever I was down.
Okay.
I want to say that's a type of practice for Christian, then yeah. Or I would watch, nice Hallmark Christian-y like movies, the feel-good movies, and that's where I would turn. I wasn't turning to witchcraft or anything. I was doing that when I was having real bad times.
Oh, I see. Okay.
As far as like just digging into it and really recognizing this is what makes me happy. This has only been since I left YouTube.
Okay.
I wasn't to leave it up and be on there and be fake like when I'm not doing that.
I respect that completely. I absolutely respect that. That's huge for someone who's been on YouTube for so long to do. So the fact that you made that decision is that's highly respectable for me.
And that's also last year we shut the shop down. The shop was closed down more last year than it was open, and that's for multiple reasons. And all through the years when I would be dealing with depression, the shop would get closed down for a few weeks because I would never put that energy into anything I made in my shop at all. Okay. That's why I shut down quite often because, I was dealing with depression. And whenever I got to the point and we shut it down for good, at first I told my son, I'm just tired. I'm old and I don't want to do it no more. I didn't tell him I'm not feeling it no more until I was like, we need to shut it down.
Okay. That's another thing that is highly respectable to say that, when you didn't feel it, you stopped it because you have, you've shared so much with us that you put all of your energy, all of your emotion into what you do. And I think that's what makes it so powerful. That's why you're so successful, here with everything that you shared with people, everything you gave to people and stuff like that. So do you have anything that really drew you to Christianity from witchcraft? Like, was there like a pivotal moment for you or something?
I don't want to sound cheesy here, but I do feel like God, this particular God, because we know he even references other gods in the Bible. This particular God, I think, was calling to me more, kind of like Hecate did back in the day. Okay. And I was comforted. I was comforted in a way where during my practice, most of the time I needed the more darker stuff, the more intense energy, you fall down, you scrape your knee, get back up. But now in my life, I need a little bit more of a cuddle.
Okay. Ooh, I like that. Okay. Oh, I love that. So since you started your path on Christianity, have you had like any type of spiritual experiences with like God, Jesus, the Holy Spirit? You kind of touched on that a little bit, like you said, he was calling to you. Yeah. Do you feel like that experience like influenced your conversion back into Christianity?
I do believe so, yeah. Because when we, again, dabbled in it for years ago, I never felt anything. I never felt any kind of draw or anything. I just, at that time when we went that way, it's because I was getting very, very, I don't want to use the word dark in magic because you know how I hate putting colors on things, but I was getting very negative in my magic and possession was happening a lot. And it was actually good for the family. And at one point, one of you would call my poetry devices that I created actually was calling to my son. This is my oldest son here, by the way. Actually was calling him down the hallway trying to get him to go to them when I wasn't home. And that's when we decided, okay, I've gotten in too deep into something that, I can't fix. My brother came down, he, fixed everything. And that's when we started trying to walk the Christian path because that's what told me was going to work. He took me to the preacher. The preacher was actually scared of me and actually told my mom at that time he can't help me.
Oh, wow.
But, so we thought that was the way to go. But because it wasn't at the time, then came back to what we always knew and, what I grew up with. So, but it's different this time. I feel his presence. I feel the comfort that I desire and I ask for.
That's beautiful.
Been happening whenever I pray and ask for something, I get answers, and
that's incredible.
I know it's not going to be a perfect life. Like that's not what this path is about. None of the paths are going to be a perfect life.
No,
you're not going to turn to God and then win the lottery and never have any problems.
No, that's not
it works. You basically have someone to walk with you through the struggles, and that's what I need.
Amen.
I love that, and you deserve that. Absolutely. Let's see. So I know you said that I want to like clarify, because you said that you're new to Christianity. You said earlier that you didn't grow up in this, so everything that you are looking into is like brand new to you. So as of right now, like, what is Christianity? Like, what does being Christian mean to you?
Right now,
Mm-hmm.
and probably the way it should be for everybody, honestly, non-judgmental.
Okay.
You don't judge.
Mm-hmm.
You definitely don't condemn people to a made up hell. I don't believe in hell in the way that people say it. I believe that hell is on earth, and hell can be created all around us.
Ooh,
So I don't, that's not something that I do. Being a Christian for me is just being kind and trying to live happy and count the blessings instead of focusing so much on the negative things that happen.
Okay.
I focused on the negative things that happen with all the deaths.
I know.
3 pets and 5 family members. I would probably be institutionalized because of my depression.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
That's a lot of loss.
Yeah, so we just I know I went to one funeral 1 week for my oldest cousin that I grew up with, and the next week to go to my grandma's. Like it was been a rough time, but you have to look at the blessings and these kind of things. And because now I'm on this path, I do believe in a heavenly place. May not believe in that hellish place, but I do believe in a heavenly place.
I love that. Okay.
It helped me, say goodbye to my grandma, because I do feel like I'll see her again.
You will.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I guess that's what it means.
It brought you peace.
Kind to people, focus on your blessings. Don't judge people. It's not our job to judge anybody. Like, you can't be that way. You're not supposed to do that. No, at all. So I don't know. I'm trying to live peaceful.
Yes. Well, you're not trying, you're doing.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
You're doing it.
And I have comfort. I have a lot of comfort whenever I'm distressed now.
I love that. You deserve it. Well, first, I do want to take a moment, and on behalf of everybody that's here, we want to express condolences for all those losses. That's a lot to go through in such a short amount of time, So I'm so glad that you're here.
Tequila, I just want to say, in case you watched this video, that I am so proud of you from how far you have come with your healing. And I am so proud to see this video and react to it, because like I said, I didn't watch the full thing because I was at work at the time. Excuse me. Oh, bless me. Sorry. I'm so proud of you. Like, I'm sitting here trying not to tear up. I'm making all these faces because I'm trying not to tear up, because I'm just so proud of you. And I'm going to keep praying for you, because I just see nothing but goodness and blessings coming your way, because you're just pushing through and you're pushing through and you're pushing through, and you're relying on Jesus, the most powerful deity there is, and it's just beautiful. Tequila, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, girl.
I'm so glad, that we're we're still here. So you kind of already answered this just a little bit, but I want to touch on it a little bit more. So are you carrying any aspects from your pagan path into your Christian path? And I'll give you some examples, like spirit seeking, working with crystals, energy, things like that.
So, crystals come from earth. That energy is 100% natural. Like, you can't dismiss that energy. Like, I'm not going to argue with people. It's not what I do. Not anymore. I'm not an argumentative person anymore. But, you can't tell me that energy is bad. It comes from the earth,
Give me 1 second, guys.
energy is what you do with it. You know, we just went, last month we went spirit seeking twice. Found a new cemetery. This is a new puppy, by the way.
Oh, seven. Back up to the lucky 7.
Yeah, she's the youngest. Yeah, we definitely do that. My haunted dolls are still in there. In the room in there. I think that was a question. I jumped ahead, didn't I?
Yeah, you're kidding. It's okay. We'll touch on it. Don't worry. This is pretty awesome. It's really awesome to see.
I'm still the same person. I just have a different deity, different path. Yep. That's it. Doesn't change who I am at all.
I don't think so either. So now that you're Christian, how do you feel about witchcraft and paganism?
How do I feel about witchcraft and paganism?
And paganism, yeah. How do you feel about it now that you're Christian?
Like, how do you mean?
So you know how so another one of the questions we're going to touch on is like a lot of some Christians, we'll say some Christians, they don't agree with witchcraft or paganism at all. They see it as, you know, devil worship, working with demons, stuff like that. So how do you feel about it?
I couldn't think that because I walked it for so long.
Yes.
I know where the truth is that lies in that. It's just like, I would never take away all the magics that I've done and all the good things that happened through my magics. Mm-hmm. I would never give that credit to Jesus because he wasn't there when I was doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So, because Jesus is there for all.
Yes.
When you call on him.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't call him. Mm-hmm. I was doing purely my path of paganism and witchcraft. And it was my deity that I had at the time. Had nothing to do with the Christian path. So I don't think anything bad about it because I know it's real. I don't see anything evil. People can be evil in general all over the place. Like that's like an individual kind of thing, you know? Child molester is evil to me. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes.
Someone who does rituals is not evil. You know what I mean? It's not a practice that makes a person a bad person.
So I do want to emphasize something you just said right now, because it sounds to me like you're not dismissing any part of your practice at all that you've had up to this point. Because you're Christian now. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much for that.
All the magics that I did were 100% me, my deity, the energies I worked with, you know, all that had nothing to do with my Christian path. None of the good things that happened will I give credit to my Christian deities because they were not part of that
at the time.
Now, obviously, now anything good that happens now, this is who I'm working with. I give credit where credit is due.
There you go. I love that. Okay. So you kind of shared with us earlier in this video, but you've also shared with us on your channel before that you love witchcraft to become Christian and then return to witchcraft. So do you feel like it's different this time? Kind of answered it earlier, but I kind of want to touch on it again.
I didn't feel anything. I don't think any of us really felt anything. And when we were going through that Christian path, I think it made me more negative at the time. It really did. I wasn't very nice at all. I was very insistent and judgmental, and I wasn't actually being called by nobody. I just went that way because that's the way I was told to go because of how, again, I don't like using the word dark, but how negative my practice had gotten because it had gotten bad.
Okay.
I'm talking about possession in me. I'm across the room. My body is talking crap to my family. Like it was bad. I was letting too much of the negative things that I was doing in, and it was affecting my family. So that's why I left. But I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have went through that path.
Sorry, I have pest control over here, y'all. I'm so sorry.
Because it wasn't for me. I should have just cleaned up the path I was on.
Gotcha. Okay.
I did.
I can relate to what you said a little bit about you know, not having that connection with God or Jesus before, because
they just come and check every once in a while and spray around the house. It's just what the apartment complex does. Anyway, sorry.
That's how I was when I was in it, you know. So I was raised Catholic, and then I was shortly Christian for a couple of years, and then I found my way into witchcraft. And when I started working with deities like Apollo and Hecate, these are my own personal experiences that are validating that these deities are real, that what I do is right for me, that kind of thing. And so I'm comparing it to like my old path as a Christian. Christian. I'm like, I never had the connection that I had with Apollo or Hecate. I've never talked to him. He never talked back to me. And I have tried to pray to him before, you know what I mean? So it just didn't work for me. And I don't dismiss that religion because I didn't have the experience, because there are people, you know, like my mom, she's diehard Catholic all the way. And
my husband always has been. He's
I love
never.
It is a beautiful thing. Yeah. It is a really beautiful thing. And I tell her, like, you know, some of the things that you do is witchcraft. You know what I mean? Like, we had a funeral a few years back, and it was my first time back in a church since practicing. This was more than a few years ago, but I seen them walk down the aisle with the candles, and then the incense and the censer, and then the chalice, the blood of God and the flesh of God, and all that stuff. I'm like, this is like a whole ritual, you know? So
if you ever had time, read Genesis. It's all up in there.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
in there, the holy oil, the holy incense, the altar, the slaughter of the animals for God, and because he likes the smell. Like, it's
love it.
In there.
I bring incense on Marie. Yep, absolutely. Okay, so so we kind of touch on this one too. So do you question any of your practices or witch experiences now that you're Christian? So you said no, you didn't dismiss them. Okay. Do you believe that your God, the Christian God, is the only God there is?
No, he even said so. I mean, and I know a lot of people don't like to go by the word of the Bible, but I'm actually someone who's enjoying it, and it's making me go closer to him. And, you know, I guess because I could dismiss the BS, I could pick through it. He even mentions it in the Bible. He's a jealous God. He doesn't want you to worship other gods. So even had I not been on the pagan path, by reading that, I would have been like, oh, okay, so there is others.
Yes.
I know that there's others.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I do want to throw in one thing. So me personally, knowing you, seeing you walk this path, I love how you are not following suit into everything that you are reading into. Like, you're still questioning it. You know, you're still trying to ask those questions so that you better understand it for yourself, and you still take on what resonates with you. And I think it's a beautiful thing to see you like a sponge right now. It's so amazing. And I really enjoy it. I really enjoy it. Okay, so do any of your thoughts and feelings align with the toxic Christians that have damned us, harassed us, and trolled us?
Okay, y'all, I'm going to make this full screen and take my face off. If I have anything to say.
Including you back when you were practicing, for being witches and pagans. I know that was a long question.
Yeah, Wes, can you say it again?
Do any of your thoughts and feelings align with the toxic Christians, the ones that have like damned us, harassed us, and trolled us? Okay.
No, absolutely not. And this is the.
I like that, the question that he asked. What I think, in my opinion, like the question that connects to is legalistic and religious Christians, because there's a bunch of different, there's legalistic, which is literally they think that everything they do is right. They think that what they do is right and that everyone else is lost if they're not legalistic like them. Legalistics literally don't believe they're doing anything wrong. And legalism is strictly, it's in the Bible. If you ever heard of the preacher or teacher Joyce Meyer, she talks a lot about legalistic Christians. So legalistic Christians are the ones that don't even read their Bible. They just throw stones. Religious Christians are the ones who basically put their self before their practice. Religious Christians automatically just judge and say what they want to about one another when we're supposed to be spiritually aligned together. So legalistic Christians, religious Christians, and lukewarm Christians, and there's a bunch of different ones. Lukewarm Christians are people who are in their path, but they don't walk in alignment like they say. And, God says in the Bible, if you're lukewarm, he'll sip you out and spit you out back out, because if he sips you, he's expecting you to be warmed up. He's expecting you to be fired up with the Holy Spirit. And if he sips you up and he sees that you're lukewarm, he's going to spit you back out. So being a spiritual Christian practitioner, that's like me. I'm that type of Christian. Like, I'm just minding my own business and doing my own walk with my deity. I'm not gonna, but I'm here to guide. Even people who don't agree with me are mostly legalistic and religious Christians. So I just wanted to add that.
The thing is, even if, and I never, I've learned never to say never, but even if I never go back to the pagan path, I'm always going to be on the side of the truth. And
Yes,
this is what I see, and what I see is I know that it is a real path. You can't, it's something that's not real, and you can't condemned everybody to hell. And Christians need to understand that if you are really following the Christian path and you're condemning people to hell, you are sinning bigger than the sin that you're saying that they're sinning. Does that make sense?
But basically, she is correct. She like that is I love the way she just said that, because if people want to throw hell, without realizing the Bible says that hell was not created for us. Like, God don't want us going there. Hell was created for Satan and his minions, okay, and all the murderers and pedophiles and stuff like that. So that's what hell is made for, okay.
That make any sense? You're not to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But you are to love everybody as you.
Yes, love thy neighbor.
Yes, we're not supposed to put ourselves in the position of God who judges. It's not the way it's supposed to be. So those judgmental people, problems.
Thank you for saying that. Okay, so now we're getting more into like the witchy question. So like, what happened to all of your witchy stuff?
So I gave pretty much everything away. Yeah. Okay. So I took truckloads up to the office. I don't know if you came by when I had the entire office full.
I had no idea.
Yeah, and I handed it out to people who wanted the things. There was some things that had to go out because, like old altar cloths with wax on them and that stuff. Yeah. I didn't rehome those. I rehomed the statues. I have been sending boxes of cards out for a couple of months already just because I was trying to downsize anyway. But pretty much everything was rehomed.
Okay.
So, yeah, except the stuff that needed to go in the trash.
Gotcha. Okay.
I used the heck out of my stuff, so there was stuff that needed to go in the trash.
Listen, you're a Capricorn. You had good quality stuff. I still have stuff that you gave me years ago that's still like good quality. It still smells good.
I still have one deck of cards in there that I'm giving to one of my son's friends who wanted it, and that's pretty much all that's left. And I won't see him until next month.
Okay. So what happened to your devotion to Hecate?
So we parted ways.
Okay.
We did. I mean, I've talked about it before. She had been quiet for a while, and it was probably the disconnect that, you had mentioned that earlier. Maybe I didn't realize it until we're talking about it now.
Okay.
But when I parted ways with her and I was taking her altar down, there was a whole communication happening and an understanding that, it's not disrespectful. It's just not our time anymore. My devotion to her, my appreciation to her was real, and it's just not who I am anymore. And I didn't feel any kind of negativity coming from it. And I don't want to call it a ritual when I took her stuff down or anything like that, but it was very slow going and very much communicating like this. Look, because I respect all forms, even if I'm not walking with a deity, you got to respect them all.
Yes, I agree.
And be funky. And especially because she was in my life for 14 years?
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yes. I love that. I love that you let her go. Well, not let her go, but you just like parted ways in peace and kindness and with all due respect, because she was a big part of your practice for a very long time. And it was a really beautiful sight to see. I don't know if I ever told you, but I'm actually working with Hecate now as of last year. So I'm not a devotee. I'm just working with her.
Wow.
I haven't shared on my channel yet, but I can share here. So last year, 2023 New Year's, I gave up social media. Like I unplugged from everything as an offering to her, because when we were communicating, she's like, I need something big. Like, if you want to work with me, I need something big. Like, show me you're serious, Yeah. So it wasn't like a superficial thing. Like, I'm giving this up for you. It was more so, this is where I spend most of my time is doom scrolling. So I'm going to stop this and I'm going to pick up that extra time and focus on learning about you and building that connection with you. And so it was a really beautiful journey for that whole year of 2023.
I remember because I would send you a TikTok. You're like, well, I'll watch that.
Yeah, I can't watch them. I'm watching in 2024. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was totally, yes. So, okay. So you'd said earlier, so do you still have your haunted dolls?
Yes.
Yeah.
We still have them. They're all up in their living room and in their happy places.
I love that.
Yeah.
And they're so happy.
Yeah. Because you can't dismiss spirits,
Okay, wait, what's her name? Give me her name, because she wants to be
we call her Ray Ray. She came with her name already, but I call her Ray Ray because she was my aunt's dog.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and she just got too big for the apartment. She lives in the apartments.
Oh, okay.
She just got too big for her, and she asked if I would hold her. And then the other black and white one's also a newer one. Yeah, Luna. Hi, that's Luna. She's a rescue. She was abandoned in a yard. She was infested with fleas. She has scars all over her feet.
Oh no, poor baby.
See my baby.
There's Miss Paige back there.
That's Paige back there. Appointment Friday at the vet because her hips aren't doing too great.
Yeah. Oh, poor baby. So you said earlier, never say never. So do you feel like you'll ever come back to witchcraft?
I don't feel like that right now. No.
Okay.
But you can never say never.
You can never say never.
Yeah,
I
because
think
I've said it before and look where I'm at now.
Okay. When did you shut down your shop, The Binding Witches?
That's why I have my son here because he handles all the
Hey son.
This is Junior.
Yes.
He handles all, like I did the products, but he did all the,
logistics.
Yeah, because I can't do things like that.
Closed down mostly for like the past 2 years.
Yeah.
Past 2 years. Okay.
For my new path, it's been since what, like December?
Well, I mean, it didn't even have to get shut down by us because we got let go. Like the domain is cleared, everything.
That's true. We didn't do the domain, and why? But we still have the LLC, right?
The LLC is a business that got formed because of it. That's something that we can get rid of. It has nothing to do with the Binding Witches itself.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't know that.
I don't know either.
Business aspects of the website. I mean, that's not been closed yet, but that's because we have to talk to Texas in order to get all of that stuff shut down.
Oh, that
gotcha.
Yeah, it's the tax and all of that.
Which he handles for me.
Yeah.
That part. I filed my personal taxes, but he was doing the quarterlies, right? Quarterly.
Okay, nice.
He was doing that.
So I do want to reiterate, because we touched on it earlier, that you said that, whenever you aren't feeling it, you shut your shop down. So it wasn't that it was closed down for good. You just shut it down when you needed your own personal time. And I really
because it had been shut down multiple times through the years because of my depression. I would not touch other people's products feeling the way I did.
I love that, because there are a lot of people out there that don't, have that kind of integrity. They'll just, like make a bunch of products and put them on a shelf and throw out whenever they're bought is when they're bought. I know you are like me. We used to make them like fresh, like as soon as they made to order kind of stuff. And it was actually, I think it was fun. That's
why people always got free products in the boxes, because if someone ordered 2 soaps, my molds were 3. So if nobody else ordered and they only paid for 2, but I had the 3rd one that got put in there.
You're still in there. Oh, that's okay.
Like, we're going to have to redo this later.
Okay. Why did you take your videos down?
I didn't feel like with the path that I'm on that I should be teaching witchcraft. Okay, so this is a conversation me and him has had too. He doesn't agree. He does not agree with me. He doesn't agree that because so his point is that whenever I made those videos, that was the path I was on.
Okay.
And he feels like that I should put them back up. And it made me think, because I don't dismiss the magics that I did in that time. So what he's saying about dismissing the videos, whenever that's the path that I was on, it made more sense than me thinking, okay, I shouldn't be teaching this. It's a different time, and I'm not ashamed of that.
I'm happy to hear that.
Now it's like archives. The Bible's an archive.
Oh, see that? You see this?
Wait, what did he say?
Oh, she's not teaching it anymore. It's already been taught.
It's already been taught. Yeah.
Just like the Bible is an archive.
He said, just like the Bible's an archive.
I love that.
Now, I did delete about 100 videos. They were like lives and stuff like that, because they wouldn't let me private them. And that was at the time. And we never made money off of YouTube. Our analytics should be public. Like, you should be able to
They are public, yeah. Oh, yeah.
We made maybe like 150 every 4 months, if even that, because I would monetize everything, but because I like using music in my videos, YouTube got that money, or the people who had the songs, they got the money.
Yeah.
But I didn't care, because like I said, I have a good job. So I was never here to make money.
To make the money.
That's never was my thing. So if I do decide, which I'm kind of more leaning like what my son says, to let them be out.
Oh my gosh. Me too.
I don't want people to think it's up so that I can make money, because I was never ever on YouTube to make money. I never did Patreons. I never did anything. The shop never even broke even. Like, money was coming out of my pocket for the shop. Like, it was a hobby for me, because I like making soaps. I like making things.
And helping people.
I enjoyed helping people. And I would see orders. I would know what magic they were doing from what they ordered. And if I felt like they needed something else, I'd put it in there. Like, oh, you know what? You need this too. Like, this is what you need. It was just fun for me. And then it got to where it wasn't fun.
One thing I always appreciated about you is that, like, a lot of the things that you sold in your shop on a regular basis are things that you taught us how to do. You know, like, if you can't buy it from me, you can learn it from here. And I love that. You know what I mean?
Everything that we sold in the shop, I have a video on.
Yeah, we love that. Well, so no pressure coming from me, but I am definitely with Junior on this one. Like, you know, bring him back. We're here for him. There's already people in the comments.
Like that, you know?
Yeah,
and
just think about it. Your own process.
The same thing.
Frankie said the same thing. Wow. Okay. Majority rules, right?
I do listen to my kids. I pay attention to
them. So you took your videos down. You privated them. You mentioned that. Why did you keep your YouTube channel?
Tell them about the YouTube TV, why I had to keep the channel.
So we don't have like cable out here.
Can y'all hear him?
Yeah, I can hear him.
Yeah, we don't have cable out here where we live. So we use internet TV, which is YouTube TV.
Oh, okay.
Delete the YouTube channel, but it would have deleted, like, canceled all the subscription for the YouTube TV that we have.
Oh.
That we're not the only one that we pay for the YouTube TV, and we have 5 other families that watch it as well. Okay. So it's not, it wouldn't just cancel our house. It would cancel 4 other
all
homes.
Of them. Oh no, you can't do that.
So one price and everybody gets the cable. You see, so that's why, which I guess is a good thing because the videos would have been gone.
True, very true. Wow, so we almost got to all of our questions. This is the last one, and then we'll open it up for you. So first, I do want to say again, thank you so much for coming on today. My last question that I have for you as a part of this interview is, do you have any regrets or guilt about practicing witchcraft or sharing your life as a witch on YouTube?
No, I don't have any guilt about it or any shame about it. I can't I can't physically do that because that would be like, I'm ashamed of the family. I'm ashamed of the 45 years of my life. Like I can't dismiss what was real and what is real still for other people. What was the whole question? I just got sidetracked.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I said, do you have any regrets or guilt?
No regrets. No regrets at all. I don't. I've met some wonderful people and I've had a wonderful life. Unfortunately, there were a lot of bad things that happened that caused my adulthood to have depression, but there's no regrets. I have no regrets.
I think it's pretty amazing because there have been other witches in the community or even outside of the community that I don't know about that have left a witchcraft to go to Christianity, and then they dismiss everything that they ever experienced. Like, oh, the spirits that I work with were not real. Those are all in my head, or the crystals that I work with are just rocks, like stuff like that. So
on this real quick. So I like what I see what he's saying, because a lot of witches that become Christians don't sit there and do their own searching and seeking. Some Christians just jump and listen to a preacher. And that's why they become legalistic or religious. They're limiting to their magic, their power and anointing in Jesus Christ, working with the Holy Spirit. I feel like a lot of witches who turn to Christianity, is for that connection, that fulfillment, that satisfaction of Jesus's presence, and I feel like a lot of people who leave witchcraft or paganism or whatever your practice may be, discredit the stuff that's real. And like Tequila said in this video, God mentions it in the Bible that there are other gods. He doesn't want you working with them before him, and like I used to work with Hecate as well. And we parted ways, when I was at my old place. I had like an honoring altar up, I think. I can't remember what I had. Y'all, I really can't remember. It's been almost a good couple months since I've been at that old place at the old place where the blue walls were. That's the only thing, the blue walls. So I understand, like, I don't discredit anything that Hecate has done for me in my life. I don't discredit the deity that just exited my life. I got to clean up her altar actually after this video. But I don't discredit anything that she did. Like, she helped me heal from my childhood, issues and why, just stuff like that. She helped me on a deeper level, and God sent her to me temporarily, and it was time for her to go. So a lot of people who leave witchcraft and come to Christianity, A lot of them want to put a limit or a label on something when really, if you look at the Bible, like Tequila was saying that when she was reading it, you know, oh, that seems a little bit pagan. Yeah, because it is God's magic. Period. Period.
It's really amazing to hear you say, you know, that was you in the past and you respect it for what it was. It helped you to be who you are and to get where you are. And now you're on a different path. And so one thing that you've always taught us in all your videos that I want to mention here is do what feels right for you.
Yes.
And that's exactly what you're doing right now. And I admire you for that, for living out that truth.
I've always accepted everybody who came. I heard some of the kookiest stuff and I would just be like, that's amazing. Like that's like people would message me and like, you think this is okay? I was like, no, do you think it's okay?
Yes.
It doesn't matter what we think. If you think it's okay,
if you think it's okay, we love that. Yeah. I've had some pretty crazy people too, you know, some pretty crazy, not crazy people, but like crazy things that they've told me, like, I can control fire. I'm like, oh, that's pretty awesome. Please be careful. Don't burn yourself.
And I've seen people who can control fire in person, and it's amazing. Like I've seen people make like fire pits dance. It's a different expression.
Okay. No, I mean like actually, you know, like creating flame in their hand.
Oh,
and, like,
I've never seen that.
No, me neither.
That's amazing.
Yes, that is amazing. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, that's awesome. I never want to dismiss anybody, you know. It could be completely true. I don't know. But I'm like, just please be careful. Don't burn yourself.
True. Yes. I mean, if you're safe, then we're happy for you.
Yeah, awesome. All right. So we're going to go ahead and open up to
stop it here because we made it through the interview process. The second part will be the Q&A. But I love you guys. Thank you so much for coming to this video and watching. The second part will literally be up like soon. All right. I love you guys, and I will see y'all on the next video. Look for part 2.